At the turn of the last century here in America, there was a great man in the field of psychiatry by the name of Dr. William James. He's the author of the book, The Varieties of Religious Experience. And in it, he points out something that I think as religious people is very important. He said in his research, he discovered those who had what he called a first-hand religious experience had a higher quotient, phrase he used, higher quotient of happiness than the rest of the population. He also discovered those who had a second or third-hand experience of religion, or what he would call religious experience, their level of happiness was about the same as the rest of the population. Why is this so important? It means that many of us have experience of God filtered through other people in our life, and that we're comfortable with that. And yet, we recognize that through the person of Jesus, we're all invited to have our own individual experience with God. That is what changes our life for the better. Today's gospel, given to us as the first gospel message in this new season, ordinary season in the liturgical cycle, I think has a profound statement to make in this wonderful story. And that is, it is love that transforms. It is the experience of love, God's love, that transforms. It is the greatest power in all the cosmos. So let's unpack the story a bit more. What's going on here? Well, obviously, this person is called Yeshua, Jesus, is a different type of rabbi or teacher or wise man or prophet. So many people trying to figure out, who is this guy? What does it mean when the people says, guy, the way he teaches is so different? What was different? You see, the rabbis in his day and time were used to quoting other rabbis or quoting scriptures. In other words, we can use William James's reference. They were tapped into a second-hand experience of God. And for some, third and fourth and fifth. Jesus' authority was different. It was based on his own personal experience with Abba. And obviously, it truly filled his life. As we see those phrases in Scripture, filled with the Spirit, he was filled with the recognition, and that gave him the authority to preach, to teach, to live, and yes, even to remove darkness and evil and illness from people's lives. No matter what you feel about evil spirits, 25% of the healings that Jesus gave the people of God were what we would call deliverances. Okay? Some would say even exorcisms. They were battles with the evil one. Today in the 21st century, there are some who kind of mock this and say, oh, that's not real. They can all be explained. Well, that's not what the church says. The church reminds us that evil is not just general, it's personal. It's a personal entity, a force, energy that's against goodness. This is what every human being has to battle against, whatever you want to call it. Is this only the positive energy of God's life and love that can transform you within us, within others, and in the world. There are many Christian believers who believe if they just pray hard enough, the key word here is pray, it'll all be well. Not so. The church has defined that is called quietism, heresy. Christian prayer is we pray. Of course we pray with all of our being. And then we put that prayer into action. That's what Jesus did. That's how we overcome it. It's not about sitting back. No, God will do it. Yes, God will do it through you and through me and the person sitting next to you. And so on this first day of ordinary time, we are invited to not just reflect on, but be a part of the mystery of the Christ. To truly receive and to share this love of God in very clear and practical ways. Through loving kindness, through compassion, through forgiveness, and yes, through praying for healing. Not just for ourselves, but praying with people who are ill and infirm. not just those who are physically ill and infirm, but spiritually, relationally, emotionally, that they too might truly experience God's love.